Nicolle Wallace is the host of MSNBC's 4 p.m. hour. Deadline White House. Ari Melber is MSNBC's chief legal correspondent. Good morning to both of you. So James Comey's statement is out there.
Right.
He's set the table for the senators. So raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you both into the Senate right now, because I want to know, based on what you've read in that opening statement, Nicolle, I'll start with you. What question do you most want to ask James Comey today?
So he met with President Obama and he never took a note. He had that very first interaction with President-elect Trump. He couldn't wait to start typing up his report. He started working on it in the car. What happened at a gut level to just blow up any sense that Donald Trump was on the level, or that this relationship was going to be anywhere close to normal, that he couldn't wait until he got back to the office to start typing up a report about that first interaction?
All right, Ari, what about you? What's the question you most want to ask Jim Comey?
Does Jim Comey think he was fired because of his resistance to all of the context he describes by Donald Trump, including interfering with the Flynn investigation?
Yeah, and that, I think, for people who are still talking about possible obstruction of justice, that's where they put the period on the sentence. You've got the demand for loyalty. You've got for, can you back off of and get away from the Flynn investigation? But it's when Jim Comey or James Comey does not agree with either of those things that he's fired. So does that complete the sentence?
I think that's the question. Savannah posed it earlier in the hour to Kamala Harris there. What is obstruction? And the short answer is it's not made of words. It's usually made of words plus action. And so Jim Comey could outline further today whether he thinks subsequent actions were punishment for his resistance, what he views as his integrity.
Nicolle, if you're a Trump supporter, you read that 7-page statement, you say, here's my take on it. Okay, this is a guy who happened to be the president of the United States sticking up for a pal, Mike Flynn, who had a bad day the day before. He was forced to resign. He's saying to James Comey, hey, can you do us a favor? Can you back off? He's already gone through a tough time. And you could say, this is a guy who's a businessman, Donald Trump. He's used to surrounding himself with loyal employees. And what he's doing here, he's demanding loyalty from a guy who's in a key job. It might be icky, it might be awkward, it might be inappropriate, but it's not illegal.
Well, it may be. And listen, this is where the White House has landed. They've landed on the stupidity defense. He just didn't understand that the FBI is an independent law enforcement agency, and he was doing what you just described. And this is where they've landed. This is where they've landed on foreign policy. He just didn't understand that you don't blow the cover of undercover agents. So that's why we didn't give him the intel. He didn't understand that it's inappropriate to ask your intel chiefs to act as arms of your press operation and rapidly respond to stories you don't understand. And if this is where they've landed, this is where they're going to have problems over and over again.
Let me play you a quick soundbite, Ari. All right, listen to this.
Did you at any time urge former FBI Director James Comey in any way, shape, or form to close or to back down the investigation into Michael Flynn? And also, as you look back...
No. Next question.
You've read the 7-page statement, opening statement from James Comey. If he's telling the truth, can the president be telling the truth?
No, I don't think so. This is an area where there was a very clear assertion by Jim Comey, and by the way, he's under oath, and that goes to the problem with the so-called stupidity defense. Is the defense that you did these things but you didn't know what you were doing, or that you didn't do them? Because that's different if you were misleading the public and potentially, at some point, potentially investigative bodies. The president has a lot of power. The question here is whether he went beyond that power, and Jim Comey's testimony might shed some more light on that.
Ari, Nicolle, thank you both very much. I know you'll be watching.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.